school concert after so much practice?
Or the feel of clay caked between your fingers as you molded your first clay pot?
Or the friends you made in art class and how your project looked better with their help? Where would we be without the arts? For most of us in this room, I'd venture to say the arts had a main stage in your childhood. The arts find a way into our lives, not only for enjoyment and passion, but for what they inspire within us: confidence, creativity, and community. Hi, I'm Jackie Ballo.
And I'm Katie Dirks. Together we represent AD2DC's Public Service Committee. This is the 7th year that we've participated in this competition, and as you've heard, the first year that we've won. As in years past, our committee developed and promoted an application for prospective public service clients, which we shared through AD2DC's website, online and social media, and through various blogs and networking sites. We received 26 applications this year, and we invited the directors of 3 shortlisted organizations to come present to our committee last fall, to pitch their organization, share their goals and challenges, and tell us how they were making a positive impact in the DC community. Ultimately, based on each prospective client's needs and our committee's skill set, we determined that our client this year was the Capitol Hill Arts Workshop, or CHAW. CHAW is a community arts space in Washington, D.C., offering a variety of youth and adults arts classes. Their mission is to build community through the arts, and what really sets CHAW apart is their emphasis on making the arts accessible to all. Since their founding in 1972, CHAW has never turned a student away for inability to pay. In 2014, for instance, CHAW helped nearly 1,000 students with an average of $100 each in tuition assistance. Our committee was really impressed that CHAW went out of its way to provide this assistance both for tuition and transportation. CHAW is igniting a creative spark in generations of Washingtonians, regardless of means, for more than 40 years. But CHAW has seen a recent decline in their paid class registrations for youth arts classes. These registrations help to subsidize the tuition assistance offered to its students, and so the decline in paid registrations directly limited CHAW's ability to provide this assistance and fulfill its mission. Therefore, working with the client, we determined 2 goals for this campaign. The first, to increase awareness of CHAW tracked through visits to CHAW's online class registration page, and also to increase class registrations for CHAW's youth arts classes by 5% so that they could continue to provide this assistance. Our committee's research determined the target market for this campaign. Now, CHAW wanted help to promote its youth arts classes, and we found that the youth arts classes with the highest revenues per student were dance, music, ceramics, and visual arts for students aged 6 to 12. We chose to focus our campaign on these classes because paid registrations to these classes would have the biggest impact to CHAW's bottom line of increasing their tuition program. Now, based on our primary survey data, we found that 50% of CHAW's total clientele was affluent Capitol Hill households earning over $250,000 annually, in which the mother was a stay-at-home mom. Our secondary research indicated that mothers are typically the main decision makers for purchases related to children, and therefore, based on our clients' goals and our committee's research, we determined that the main target market of this campaign was Capitol Hill households in which the mother was a stay-at-home mom with children aged 6 to 12. Our client also asked to include Capitol Hill dads and grandparents as secondary audiences.
Once this target market was established, we moved on to our strategy and our messaging. Through primary research about parents who already enroll their kids at CHAW, we found that they believe the arts can empower their kids with confidence and teach them to solve problems creatively. They value the sense of community and social skills their kids gain with classes at CHAW by meeting students from diverse backgrounds and from different schools. We chose to focus on these benefits rather than CHAW's tuition assistance because our target market is more concerned about the value of the arts to their own kids. Through secondary research about moms, we found that they carefully select activities that make their kids into well-rounded adults and set them up for future success. We found that moms are highly connected to technology, especially mobile devices. They use social media to stay connected to other parents and share photos of their kids. And they're engaged in the community and trust the opinions of friends and experts. These insights told us we needed to create a very highly visual campaign that was mobile optimized and incorporated local influencers. We also analyzed CHAW's Google Analytics, and we found 40% of monthly site traffic came from organic search for people looking for kids, classes, and camps in DC. This was an opportunity to incorporate search engine marketing, and we knew we needed a strong digital component to this campaign to elevate the link profile of CHAW as a tactic to boost SEM and SEO. Our strategy addressed our campaign objective of increasing the youth arts registrations by focusing our message on the youth arts classes and by our strategic selection of our affluent target market. Our strategy also addressed our target market of the stay-at-home moms and other guardians by incorporating their important values into our messaging and by reaching them where they are through strategic media choices. Finally, we worked closely with our client CHAW to ensure that our messaging aligned with their mission while maintaining our vision for an effective campaign strategy. With this, our campaign is called Art Sparks. Our message is that youth arts classes at CHAW can spark a child's sense of confidence, creativity, and community. Our call to action for parents is to enroll your child in one of CHAW's youth arts classes because the arts are an important part of a child's upbringing, and classes at CHAW will set them up with the skills for future success in all aspects of their life.
Now, to reach our target audience, we focused our media outreach efforts in places where our audience is most active, browsing and sharing moments online and in social media, reading parenting magazines, listening to the radio as they drive their kids around town, and also just watching television at home. We crafted all of our campaign executions around the donated media that we received. All of our ads incorporate a consistent look and feel with imagery of children on site at CHAW, both to maintain authenticity and also help parents imagine their children taking classes there. Altogether, our ads reinforce that taking an arts class at CHAW sparks the 3 C's: confidence, creativity, and community. All of our campaign executions link back to CHAW's online class registration page to fulfill our campaign goal of increasing paid class registrations. And our print and digital ads emphasize the CHAW logo for brand recognition and also end with a succinct call to action to visit CHAW's website and register your child. The visual element of Sparks is shown here as rays of light emanating from each of CHAW's 3 C's. We also asked all of our media donors to rotate through the various iterations of our ad to ensure the full impact of our campaign message.
Our print and digital media donations were excellent fits for our target market. Our print ads were featured in the Washington Family Magazine, which is a publication focused on affluent parents, especially stay-at-home moms in DC, as well as El Tiempo Latino newspaper, where we actually translated our ad into Spanish to reach DC's diverse community. Our web ads were featured on The Hill is Home, which is a local news and events blog geo-targeted to active families in the Capitol Hill neighborhood. The DCist, which is a local insider news and events guide for Washingtonians. And Digilant, a global programmatic web advertiser that was able to reach very relevant websites for us, such as the Washington Post, Washington Times, and Parents Magazine.
We were also very deliberate in crafting our video execution, and we chose to use stop-motion videography to capture the whimsical, fun, creative spirit of CHAW. The ad gives a nod to the DC area with the creative incorporation of the iconic Washington Monument, and again ends with students igniting sparklers as you hear the call to action to register your child at CHAW. Even the voiceover was delivered by a woman to resonate with our key target audience of moms.
One of our most exciting donations this year was TV placements from News Channel 8 ABC 7. This is an especially important win for our campaign, given DC's highly competitive media market for nonprofits, and that this year's presidential campaign ads are taking up significant inventory. Let's watch the TV spot.
Art sparks confidence. Creativity. Community. Find what sparks your child at the Capitol Hill Arts Workshop. Visit CHAW.org to register your child today.
Our radio execution asked listeners to consider how their child would benefit having the opportunity to create, using the same emphasis on CHAW's 3 C's and a woman's voice to resonate with our main target audience of moms.
We received heavy-hitting radio donations from iHeartRadio, reaching millions of listeners across its 5 local DC affiliates. Let's take a listen.
If you gave your child a paintbrush, what would he create? At the Capitol Hill Arts Workshop, art sparks confidence, creativity, and community. CHAW is a local art space offering classes in painting, dance, music, and summer camps. Visit CHAW.org to register your child today.
We also provided ad recommendations that CHAW is now running through its Google AdWords for nonprofits.
In addition to our donated media, our campaign also used elements of paid and earned media. Our budget for this campaign was entirely fundraised. We organized 2 Paint and Sip fundraiser events that had a strong tie into our campaign as an art activity, and it brought new people to CHAW to experience it for themselves. We also fundraised through donation boxes present at various AD2DC and AAFDC events, including Ad Week 2015. In total, from these efforts, we raised $746 for our campaign. We made effective use of this budget by keeping paid campaign expenses low and by using a very targeted paid media strategy, but really focusing on the donated and earned media. Our non-campaign expenses went to production costs for the TV and radio spot, and our only media-related expense went to our Facebook ad, which we strategically chose because our target is so active on social media and because of its targeting ability. We geo-targeted our ad to the DC area, to parents and guardians, but heavily to stay-at-home moms, and those with children ages 6 to 12. Leading up to our campaign launch on April 1st, we focused our efforts on public relations to announce our campaign and amplify our message through earned media. We created a press release and distributed it on local nonprofit networking sites, as well as the AAFDC website's news tab. Our press release linked to CHAW's class registration page. We wrote a sponsored post on The Hill is Home, which was one of our media donors. And we also coordinated a social bomb on Facebook and Twitter, tagging local news anchors who report on local news stories. Through these efforts, we received earned media in the form of social posts from the nonprofit networking sites, reposts from the Hill is Home's partner sites, a retweet from a local influencer, and a positive review on CHAW's Yelp page.
Now that we've taken a look through our campaign concept, execution, and media placements, let's talk results. First, the numbers. We had a committee of 12 members this year that spent more than 750 hours working on this campaign. We fundraised $746, not a lot, but it covered our production costs and our paid Facebook ad. And with this, our Art Sparks campaign generated more than 5.8 million impressions at a campaign value of more than $180,000 at no cost. Now remember, the goals of this campaign were to increase awareness of CHAW and also to increase paid registrations to its youth arts program. We measured the effectiveness of this campaign by tracking web traffic and conversions to CHAW's online class registration page. Overall, traffic increased to the page 5.7% month over month and 2% year over year. New users to CHAW's website increased 15.2% month over month, and 8% of total and new visitors to CHAW's website during our campaign run were directly from our campaign. Now, our digital display ads were the most effective in driving new traffic to CHAW's website, but our print ads were by far the most effective medium in driving engagement on site, with users referred from print consuming more than 3 pages on CHAW's website and spending an average of 5.5 minutes browsing through class selections. Because our print ads also referred a high volume of return visitors, this suggests that these ads were successful in retargeting. Finally, paid registrations for CHAW's youth arts classes increased by 9.8% over the same time period year over year. This translates to about 6 more paid class registrations. Our Art Sparks campaign helped to increase awareness and paid registrations to CHAW's youth arts classes by demonstrating how taking an arts class at CHAW will spark the 3 C's: confidence, creativity, and community.
We can't wait to take a class there ourselves this fall. Our committee was thrilled to support such a wonderful and creative nonprofit, and we wish CHAW all the best.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Add 2 DC. Good job, ladies. Well done.